Welcome to the Auto Catalyst Market Channel. Today, let's talk about the pricing of scrap catalytic converters. The catalytic converter is an essential part of the vehicle's exhaust system. Its task is to clean the exhaust gases that are released into the atmosphere. Over time, the catalytic converter must be replaced and disposed of. This is a complex process that requires special equipment to extract the valuable metals from it. That's why so many companies are willing to buy back the catalytic converter from its owner or directly from a vehicle workshop. What affects the cost of a catalytic converter? The catalytic converter honeycomb is coated with precious metal deposits to fulfill its primary function. Their quantity and composition determine the cost of the part. Therefore, when selling a catalytic converter, attention is paid to its condition, the percentage of precious metal content, the make of the vehicle, and the type of catalytic converter itself. Now, let's take a closer look. The cost depends on the amount of platinum, palladium, and rhodium in a unit of catalytic converter and their value on the London Metal Exchange. The cost of the catalytic converter is also affected with the engine volume of the vehicle in which it has been installed, as larger volumes require more monolith and metal sputtering to clean the gases. Overall condition of the catalytic converter. If the integrity of the casing has been compromised, the part has dents and other imperfections, the cost will be lower as there is a possibility of losing the original weight of the monolith. The vehicle mileage. The longer the vehicle has been driven, the more likely the catalytic converter may have lost some of the precious metal plating that was originally incorporated during operation. Ceramic catalytic converters in hybrid vehicles, as well as those produced to the new Euro 6 environmental standard, contain the most precious metals. The price of these catalytic converters will be approximately 200 to 300% of the average cost on the market. However, bear in mind that vehicles manufactured after 2000 will have a higher cost for a catalytic converter than those manufactured before 1997, for example. The cost of the catalytic converter also depends on the country and whose markets the vehicle is sold in. For example, vehicles for European countries are made with a catalytic converter that has a high concentration of precious metals. In Arab countries, the same model is made with a minimum metal content because different countries have different environmental standards. You can find the catalytic converter in the catalogue by referring to the marking number on the catalyst's body and obtain information on cost, country of manufacture, market, and other details. So how much are used vehicle catalytic converters manufactured before the introduction of the latest Euro 6 environmental standards cost? Ceramic catalytic converters from German vehicles such as Opel, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and Volkswagen contain the most precious metals. The price of such catalytic converters would be around 120% of the market average. Next in the price range are catalytic converters for Japanese Nissan, Toyota, Mazda, and Honda vehicles. Their price ranges from 75% to 110% of the average market price. Then there are French vehicle manufacturers. Their catalytic converters cost 70 to 90% of the average price. Then American vehicles, 60 to 90%. Koreans, 60 to 85%. In addition, the cheapest catalytic converters are in vehicles made in Russia. The owner of the catalytic converter should consider how to dispose of the unwanted part in the most sensible way. There are two options. One, to hand over the catalytic converter to the first person who offers cash on the spot, an intermediary. Two, to hand over the part directly to the recycler. Remember that resellers offer several times lower prices. Therefore, it's better to go to a specialized collection point. Moreover, it's easy to find them on the Auto Catalyst Market website. Subscribe to the channel to find out more about catalytic converters and support the video with likes and questions in the comments.